Benny, welcome to episode 2 of season 2, recapping week 1 picks and giving people what they want week 2 picks. Uh, I'll kind of let you start with your reaction to the week 1 slate.
Obviously ecstatic right now. I got my boy Mike Scott behind me with the okay sign because the Packers looked pretty nice. That was my big takeaway. Obviously, I'm a big Packers fan. You guys know that by now, but it was pretty exciting watching that. Trying to think of other big takeaways. Obviously, a great Sunday night game. Wow, talk about just like that's going to be the AFC Championship. I think. That was just like just fireworks till the very end. Josh Allen already looking like the MVP. Um, those were like my two big takeaways, really. And JJ McCarthy, wow, that too. That was pretty crazy for a three-quarter turnaround. He played so bad those first three quarters, and then fourth quarter turns into Joe Montana. So it was a very, very interesting week one, a very exciting week one.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm gonna dive in with my key takeaway is we had Thursday night, Friday night, Sunday night, Monday night. So four prime timers, all decided by a touchdown, less than a touchdown. The biggest one was the Chargers 27, Chiefs 21 in Brazil. So that's a phenomenal start to prime time this year. I'm all for that. Herbert looked the part, looked amazing in Brazil. Chiefs look like they are going to be a little shaky the first few weeks of the season. It's going to be like their preseason is what I'm assuming here. Niners pick up a big one. A lot of banger games there, a lot of close ones. I think my game of the week was Steelers Jets. That was my game of the week. That was phenomenal to watch. Rodgers still bringing it, still got it.
Yeah, I wish I would have got to see more of that game. Had a pretty busy weekend, but that was vintage Rodgers for sure. I was excited to see that. It's cool to see him own a team like that. They used to play for. Hopefully, he doesn't do that to us in a couple weeks. But yeah, he was looking good. My bad for disrespecting him in the ratings last week, I will say.
Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. I finished the week 13-3. Started off four in a row. Was on Miami over Indy. Bad pick on my part. Then I was on Detroit over Green Bay, fading you. And my last loss was Baltimore, which it's an L. It's an L on the board. It is what it is. But up 15 in the fourth. I'll uh I'll die on that hill. That's all right with me. But 13-3, solid start to the season.
Yeah, it does really good. I finished, see, I think 10-6. Yeah, 10-6. My biggest whiff for sure was the Houston Rams game. I had Houston winning that, and I had it 28-24. That game was 14-9. Those, I don't know. CJ Stroud had a bad year or not bad year, but definitely a sophomore slump last year, and it looks like it's carrying over into year three.
He's not that good. It was awesome seeing rookie head coach Liam Cohen get the dub in Jacksonville. They be on the lookout for them. That team looked good. ETN's back. 143 yards. That was pretty awesome. What else? What else? The Monday night game was great. JJ bouncing back after that 75-yard pick six was, there's guys that have been in the league 3, 4, 5 years that would blow up after that. So he looked really solid there.
Yes. So did Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy threw two picks and was able to put together a good last drive, which was pretty cool. The one thing I will say that like you can really see with the evolution of the game is how many pass attempts some of these guys were throwing last week. I'm looking at Joe Flacco 45, Spencer Rattler threw 46 passes last week. That's insane. That's literally unbelievable. Bo Nix threw 40. I think Drake May also threw in the high 40s as well. Like these are just gassing these kids out. It's
Yeah,
pretty.
it's insane. I think that there's a lot of mobile quarterbacks nowadays. Pretty much everyone I saw breaking the pocket, scrambling for first downs. You saw it on all the prime time. Herbert with a huge run to clutch it. Uh,
Fields.
Mahomes running everywhere. Even Caleb was running everywhere. So it was. It was entertaining for sure. Great week one. Got to give a shout out to my guy Ryan Barnes. He picked 15-1. Only loss being what was his? I forget what he had one loss, and that was it, man. That was a pretty solid slate out of him. We're gonna dive into week two, but before we
Oh,
dive into
quick question for you though
yeah,
before. I mean, the obvious answer is probably a Mecca, but who's your rookie of the week?
did Genti find the end zone? I don't think yeah, he did. Genti
They
found the
only
end zone.
38 yards
Yeah, I mean it had to have been Egbuka, dude. It had to.
for sure. I mean, what last thing though? What's your thoughts on Cam Ward's debut?
I didn't watch much of it. It looked pretty boring from what I could tell, but going up against Sean Payton's defense at Mile High Stadium, you can't expect much out of him. I think he protected the ball pretty well. So,
I
you
mean,
know,
he led them in the field goal position at least 4 times. They had 4 field goals. So play
th
calling comes into effect in the red zone. You got to be a good play caller to get that to the end zone.
got sacked 6 times, 112 passing yards, 12 for 28, completing under 50%. It it was what you'd expect out of a guy like that, but picking him number one overall, it's a little sketchy. I think Jackson Dart would have done better than that. I think they were pretty conservative on purpose is my opinion on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should have probably not started him right away, but I guess you want to have him have that confidence. But I don't know. What were you gonna say though? Sorry, before I interrupted you.
I was gonna dive into something, but I think I forgot what it was. But we can just go straight into week two and just dive right into it, man. Starting tomorrow night, your Packers on 9/11 take on Washington at home.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of emotion in me at that game tomorrow. Obviously, 9/11 games always bring some patriotism to the sport. Um, I think the Packers, dude, they were firing on all cylinders last week. I mean, there was not a weak spot to me. It seemed like. I mean, you can nitpick and say that Jordan Love maybe should have thrown it some more checkdowns instead of trying to go deep, but that's just nitpicking. They looked amazing. I got them winning 31-20 at home. I think that continues. The Commanders looked all right against the Giants, who did not look good at all.
I'm all over the Packers there too. Home early in the season. Green Bay is going to show up. I think they own the trenches in this game. Josh Jacobs is gonna bounce back. I think he scored an 8 straight going back to last season. He's gonna have a good one. Not that he had a bad week last week, but I think that they'll get him involved more here and some breakaway big plays. Micah on that team's just crazy. I'm hyped for that one. I'm on Green Bay as well. Moving on to Sunday, starting with Cleveland at Baltimore. I don't know what else they wanted from Lamar in that game, man. He looked phenomenal. The Derrick Henry looked phenomenal. That fumble, tough, dude. That's just good defense, I think. Derrick Henry needs to do better job taking care of the ball there, but that's just good defense. I got Baltimore, easy division win there for them to go 1-0 at home on the season.
Same here. I got them winning 34-10. I think they're going to be pissed about last week. I mean, like you said, sometimes it just comes down to who's got the ball last, and that's what happened in that game. It's unfortunately that's how it works. I knew that as a Aaron Rodgers guy, but yeah, I mean it's gonna be an easy game.
Twenty
They're
twenty two 22 fourth quarter points for the Bills. It's unacceptable. That can't happen. Josh looked great. That's 1-2 there. Joe Burrow is slowly falling into irrelevancy. He looked terrible versus the Browns. I mean, Jamar Chase,
he has not had a good week one ever. I will
no.
say
So the
last
fact that
year,
the fact they squeaked out the dub there is huge for them.
because last year they lost to the Patriots with Jacoby Brissett like 14-9.
Dude, they won by one. They won by one this week
I know that's what I'm saying.
because
Like,
because of because of missed kicking. So yeah, it's interesting, and that segues us right into Cincy versus Jacksonville at Cincinnati. I think they'll be ready for this week two matchup, but I got them on upset alert. I'm still taking them at home, but I got them on upset alert. I liked what I saw out of Jacksonville.
wait, so are you taking Jacksonville? Or are you taking Cincinnati?
No, I'm on Cincinnati, but I got him on upset alert. I got like
Yeah.
upset watch, but I'm still on Cincinnati.
Yeah, same here. I got 28-17. I mean, I'm expecting Joe Burrow to bounce back after last week. I mean, I know they won, but barely. So that he needs a big bounce back, and I can see that happening against Jacksonville.
We got Dallas hosting the Giants. I'll let you take this one.
Dallas hosting the Giants. Yeah, I think it's going to be. I might have given New York too many points. I'm gonna change it to 14. I was thinking it's 27-14 Dallas. I think Dallas looked decent. I mean, they didn't look bad against the Eagles. Like it'd be stupid to say they look bad. So I think they'll come in and just destroy the Giants. I mean, the Giant or well, it's at home. The Giants will get destroyed in Jerry's world.
Yeah, Javonte Williams looked great in his debut and with the star. CD had 110 yards. Dak, heavy dose of feeding CD. That'll be the program all year. I don't see the Giants winning this one. It's going to be tough. It'll be a close one. I think probably Dallas pulls away in the fourth and wins by 10 or 14, something like that.
That's what I have it exactly. I think it's gonna be kind of a blowout. Russ, dude, they honestly would be better with Jameis or Jackson starting. I think Russ literally is the third worst on the team.
Yeah, I agree with you. New England is traveling to Miami. Drake May down in the beach, South Beach. Shout out Florida. Your boys here right now, soaking up their sun rays. I like New England to win this one. I think Miami. I think Miami maybe wins 3 or 4 games this year. I could be totally wrong, and they could turn this around and go their normal dose of 9-8. But I think they're done. I think they're done this year. I think that there's too much to repair what's going on there. So I have that one being Drake May getting a dub.
Yeah, I got this. I got them winning. This is my most confident prediction I think I have all year. It's going to be 17-10 New England. That's Vrabel knows what he's got to do there, and it's just like score 2 touchdowns and a field goal, you're going to win.
Yeah.
Like Miami, I saw this guy make a prediction that they're going to be the worst team and Tyreek Hill is going to be traded this season, and I agree. I think that's going to happen. I think they're going to trade Tyreek Hill and probably fire McDaniels after starting like 0-7. Like they look horrible, and they have no identity. They have no leadership. I mean, that team looks awful.
McDaniel needs to be out of there. He's not a leader of men. He's soft. He's
He's
not a
low-key.
head
He sits in the booth.
he's not a head coach by any means. Let's move on to that San Francisco New Orleans game. Shout out Willie Blackburn. Willie Blackburn's going to be there catching the Niners. I think Brock's out, Kittle's out,
Oh,
Kenneth
Brock's for
Bourne.
sure out.
Yeah, I think Brock's for sure out.
Oh God. Okay, that changes my prediction a little bit, but not really.
Kyle Shanahan said today he's a long shot to play versus the Saints.
Yeah, I mean, they really don't need him this game. They can win without him, I'm pretty sure. I mean, if they guy behind you's got to step up. I don't know if he's going to do that. Um,
It's mac and cheese Jones time, dude.
yeah, we'll see. I mean, he's kind of the antithesis of Brock. He's a tall pocket passer who does nothing too special. So, I mean, it's still better than Spencer Rattler and the Saints. I got the Niners winning 21-10. But yeah, dude, the Niners, there's going to be a documentary about all these injuries because this doesn't add up. Something's fucking crazy happening out there.
Yep, Niners win that one no matter who's at quarterback. Put sign Jake Moody back, put him at quarterback, and the Niners still win that game. We got Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills heading into the Meadowlands to take on the Jets. Some people are saying, not me. Some people are saying Jalen Hurt or not Jalen Hurts, Justin Fields is the black Josh Allen. I've seen that circulating. So
There's the
take with
arm.
that take with that what you want. But I think the white Josh Allen wins that one. I got Buffalo. I got Buffalo taking care of business. The Jets looked great last week. Steelers seemed to be lost on defense. They'll get that tightened up. But I think that was kind of a fluke game for the Jets. I like the Bills here.
Yeah, I got the Bills winning 38-28. That's a lot of points, I know, for both teams, but they showed that they can score a lot of points. Both those teams last week scored 33 and I think 41 respectively, so I could expect a lot of scoring out of them.
All right, to wrap up the 1 o'clock window, Rams are traveling to Tennessee to take on Cam Ward. Shout out Nate Landman, NFC Defensive Player of the Week with a huge peanut punch to seal the deal versus the Texans last week. I got the Rams taking care of business here. Puka looked awesome. They just look solid, man. I think Devontae gets a little bit more into the mix this year and our next week, this week, and I think it'll be a good one.
Yeah, I got the Rams winning that one too. I think that I mean it's the vet versus the rook. The vet's going to win probably 90% of the time.
Carolina, Arizona to kick off the noon games, or depending on your time zone, but the 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Give me an interesting one. I got Arizona taking care of business at home. Still not a lot of faith in Bryce Young. He's shown flashes, but I think that the better coaches in Arizona, I think they get the job done here. I like them winning this game, probably by 6.
Yeah, I got by six. I got it
Yeah,
22-16 Arizona as well.
yeah. Kyler looks pretty good. He's fun to watch, just scooting around out there. Moves on to Denver, Indy, the Peyton Manning Bowl. This would be a phenomenal game. It's at Indy. I think Bo Nix bounces back after a shaky week 1 and gets the dub here. I'll let you give your opinion on it.
I was going to fade you on this one because I think we got a lot of similar picks so far. So I'm going to do Indianapolis. I got 24-20. I mean, I don't know. Both quarterbacks are very capable of looking amazing and looking ass. So you really don't know what's going to happen there. But I think that they're going to focus a lot on ground control, both teams, with Daniel running and Jonathan Taylor. And then,
Indy's defense looked really, really good.
oh, yeah, dude. Well, that was also Miami. We got to
Yeah.
take that into account.
All right. Moves on to the Super Bowl rematch. Philly versus Kansas City. Give me Philly all day.
Yeah, I mean, I got Philly winning that 28-17. I mean, this is 0-2. It would be a very hard hole for the Chiefs to crawl out of. I mean, they can do it, but that division's looking tough and looks like they're ready to just devour them.
AJ Brown finds the end zone. Devontae Smith finds like yeah, they didn't throw the ball last week. Doesn't matter. They'll throw the ball this week. They'll win. It'll be no problem. I like Philly winning that one. If Kansas City wins, look out. They'll have a whole bunch of momentum after that one. I mean, they lose the Brazil game, big deals in Brazil, and then they come back and beat Philly. Be interesting. It's at Arrowhead, so I think that gives the Chiefs, a little bit of momentum there. But I'm gonna stay steadfast with Philly here. But if the Chiefs can squeak a win out here, that'd be huge for them, in my opinion.
Well, the Chiefs are such lucky bastards, dude. They literally that game counted as a Chargers home game, so Chiefs get to keep their divisional home game, even though
Versus Chargers, ridiculous. All right, Monday night, Phoenix versus JJ in Minnesota. JJ's first home game. Phoenix looked good last week. It looked really good. I liked the football he was playing. It was fun to watch. It was exciting. He likes to spread the ball around. We'll see. I'm on Minnesota at home. I think JJ is gonna ride the high of last week for a few weeks here. If he can get another dub here, that'd be huge. But I think he takes care of business here. I don't think that Atlanta team is very organized. They seem like an unorganized football team, for lack of a better way of explaining.
yeah, that's why I felt like I had to take the Vikings. They just like Kevin O'Connell. Enough said. Like I'd rather have him than anyone on the Falcons coaching staff. And Penix, I think, is really good. It just he might need another coach or a new offensive coordinator or something eventually.
All right, we are back to the two Monday night football games. Not a huge fan of this. Luckily, they're staggered start. Like I think last season they did a couple of starting at the same time. It's ridiculous. Bucks at Texans. This is an interesting one. I have Tampa winning it, but I could see it going either way. I think Tampa didn't look that good last week. They looked average, but they got the job done. If they don't make some changes here, the Texans could win strictly because they're home at Energy Stadium. But I don't know. I'm a little indifferent about this one. I'm taking Tampa strictly because I trust Baker better than CJ, and They got weapons. Bucky, Mike, Igbuka. They got weapons everywhere. So I'm taking the Bucks here, but it could go either way in my opinion on this one.
Take a page out of my boy Mike Scott's book. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious.
Yeah.
'Kay. I think this game comes down to one word, and that's luck. And Baker Mayfield, with these close games at the end, has had a lot of luck. And I think that they're going to sneak out a win against the Texans. The Texans just looked awful. And I don't know, CJ Stroud might have been a fluke, but we still have a couple, like a year and a half to see if that's true or not. But he did not look too good.
All right, the Chargers take on the Raiders. Monday Night Football, the late game at Allegiant Stadium. Justin Herbert, the early favorite for MVP on and off the field this year. Justin Herbert getting the
Off
job
the field
done
for
where it
sure.
counts. Uh, he's gonna take care of business. Gino stands no chance against that Chargers defense. Jim Harbaugh, serial killer vibes. I like I like Justin Herbert figuring it out here. Hampton looked good in his debut. Keenan Allen, dude. Keenan Allen was a stud. Forgot how good Keenan Allen is. He looked great in that game, and yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that one. It's a great way to end the week two. Hopefully, week two brings the juice again. But I'm on Chargers in that one.
Yeah, it's really crazy, like how the receivers have responded in 1 year with the Chargers. I mean, Quinn looked horrible. Like they really only had Lad last year. Now they have like four solid receivers, which is just scary to think about for Justin Herbert. That's why I think he looks so good. Yeah, I got them winning. I mean, I think it's gonna be a lot more running than people are gonna give it credit for. I think there's gonna be a lot of running in this game. Both these coaches like to run the ball, but when it's going to come to fourth quarter passing, Herbert beats Geno Smith every day of the week.
All right, before we end it here, I want to circle back on this Detroit Chicago game. Massive, massive, massive game. Both those teams played divisional games last week. Chicago could go 0 2. One of these teams is going to be 0 2 in the NFC North after next week. I think it's going to be Chicago, but Detroit looked horrible, man. They looked really good. They looked really bad, and they're going against their mastermind, Ben Johnson. I like that game. That game I have circled as a good one to watch. And I think that Buffalo New York Jets game is my other good one to watch. But also Pittsburgh Seattle. Both those teams played good last week, so that'll be a good one. Sam Darnold looked awful last week. I don't know if that was Saleh
Dude,
just having him in his back pocket, but he had under 100 yards going into that last drive where he hit that deep ball on the soft coverage. But he looked terrible, man.
dude, he like horrible. That's why I don't Kevin O'Connell must be just like the GOAT quarterback whisperer. Because like I don't know how they made him look good. Or just having Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison also. Like, dude, he's just not like I don't know, he's just kind of a dork. Like I just like it's kind of hard for me to think that that's a starting QB in the NFL.
Yeah, he lacks that it factor, it seems like. We'll see if he can bring it this week, but I mean, it's at Pittsburgh. TJ Watt probably going to be having a field day. Darnold might be seeing ghosts again.
Yeah, after it, dude, you know how pissed he's going to be about that week one performance by the defense. They're going to come in and just be fucking ready to go.
Yeah, I think they picked up Jabril Peppers. All right. Well, I know we told you guys we were going to do our season predictions for the end of season awards. We'll do that next week, most likely. This week got a little blown up. I'm traveling. I'm out of town, so we will save that for next week. But thanks again for tuning in. We'll get this a little bit refined. This week wasn't our best week in terms of just being dialed in. Ben's sick, flu game for Benny, and I'm out of town. But we got you guys next week. Appreciate everyone watching, and go Niners. Let's get that job done. You got
Go
anything else
back.
for the
No,
viewers? Hell yeah!
just watch out for the Packers in February. That's all I'm gonna say.
Shout out.